Okay guys, we've got a great exercise for you today to have a little play with, and with Foz on the range just doing a bit of swing work. We're going to call this the step, spring and snap exercise, SSS. And ultimately this is going to help create, the separation in the swing. Really, to get good at golf, to create a good sequence, we've got to get comfortable in the body moving in different directions of each other and of the club as well. So we're going to delve into this exercise a little bit more then, how it could help you guys at home sense this separation, and it's something we've been working on with Mark as well. That separation is going to give us time, it's going to help create better sequencing, better transfer of energy through the swing ultimately, better club head speed and better distance with that as well. So how we're going to use this, we're going to use a foam dome for this on the ground here. You can use a tennis ball cut in half if you like, if you've not got one of our domes, and ultimately we're just going to run through how we can help create this separation in the swing with it.
Should we call it the S drill?
The S drill, yeah.
There were a lot of S's there.
Yeah,
we'll
shorthand S.
S drill.
So I'll demo it first so Mark can get a sense in you guys of what it looks like. Not that my form is perfect, but you'll start to see where the club's travelling, where the body's travelling, and at what points are the body moving in different directions. And we know the transition from backswing to downswing is where we're creating maximum stretch, and that stretch is the potential energy that we're going to be using through our sequence to transfer the power. So you're going to use your lead arm, so left hand for a right-handed golfer, and you're just going to stand in line with the dome just to the side of it, then take a small step backwards. So you're going to start with your feet kind of together, a little bit of a gap between the feet, and we're going to take a step onto the dome. That's the first S, the step across. But we're going to be stepping onto this dome while this golf club is travelling in the opposite direction round into the backswing. So your lead arm, you're going to swish it forward just to get a bit of momentum, and as we propel that golf club into the backswing, we're going to take a step onto the dome, and you'll notice the club is still travelling and accelerating behind me as I step. So even in its simplest form, we've got a golf club going one way and the body moving the other way, so we're going to create that stretch. Then from there we're going to progress it into not just a step but a spring as well, and this spring is the vertical force, this unload off the ground we're going to be using to help transfer the energy through the swing. And this is where we get the snap of the club head, the release that we would sense. So I'll do this all in one motion. We've got the step, spring, then the snap afterwards, and you'll notice the snap happens after the spring. So it's a brilliant one for you to feel the vertical, the change of direction, that stretch in the golf swing. So Mark, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to get my excuses in early. Yeah. No, joking aside, as we've discussed before, you know, when you're teaching me separation, one of the S's is not easy for me. So that's one of the reasons we're on this dome and we're doing it. So yeah, that looks like it'd be a great exercise for me. One I'm not totally familiar with, but am I close enough?
Yep, that's brilliant. So just to the side, so you've got a bit of room to step forward and across.
So we're in
across there, brilliant. Fantastic. So you can see what's really applying the braking force to the club is when Mark steps. So he's getting the step in early, which is going to apply the braking force on the club head and ultimately create that change of direction.
I can feel that there, and I'm really having to use this old brain there.
Good coordination.
Because separation is not easy. I really am wanting to, and I guess it's a common thing, but I really am wanting to swing down and step, which is my description of being in one piece. I guess. Brilliant.
And that's often what we see in lessons when guys first try this, or girls, they want to move together. It's a recognisable pattern for a lot of people, moving as a block, as we would call it, and it's something that definitely you can associate with when you're not quite moving to your full potential.
You know, video we've done before actually it could add into the warm-up video as well. Definitely a good functioning exercise.
It is.
Switching your brain on, switching your internal patterns on, your thought process.
Exactly, your timing, your coordination. Key things that we want to be attuning ourselves to in our warm-up. That's what we're warming up for. To get the body moving, the timing of the body movement, and there we go, we had the little spring in as well. And it's the spring that ultimately creates that snap, and that snap is the club head speed, the release.
So that's when you come in vertical.
Yes, unloading off the ground.
When you're springing off.
Exactly.
So you're getting double separation.
Exactly, double set. Yeah, like it. Even another S. Yeah, great insight in that there, where Mark could feel the step created the drop, that load into the ground, and the spring is that up, as the name suggests, was springing off the ground, and we're using the ground to transfer all that force through the body by going up to create that snap at the bottom, that swish with sense, which is impact as well, the release. And it's all in the timed manner where the body's still moving in different directions, so you're optimizing all these stretches now and transferring them through the body to the club in the most efficient way to get that speed as well. Then from there you can have probably 5 to 10 goes at this, just to really get a sense of what good form is, what bad form is, and then bring a few balls in and start to play a few shots with it as well. So you can do this by starting with the ball in line with your front foot, because we're going to be taking a little step across here, and you can start by swinging it forward, swing it back, get the step in early, which is the load, then the spring to play the shot. So you can really start to incorporate this into a full swing with a ball there as well, so there's some context to this as well. So you swish it back, step in early, spring off, and it's that snap that's going to collect the ball into your finish. And you can use it off a little tee peg, I would recommend to start with, and if you get really good at this you can start to do it off the ground. And this is where we're going to go with Mark, straight off the ground. He's a tour player, so we've got to demand a bit more from him. So let's have a go. So lead toe in line with the ball, brilliant, because he's going to be taking a step. And you can do it by just starting the backswing and then stepping, or you can do a little swish forward to get the momentum to play it. Good first try, got contact. Does it feel quite strange getting the step in while the club's kind of still travelling back?
It does, but you know, we like to test ourselves, and I like, you know, it's maybe not on video, but you like to come outside your boundaries and test things, because you know, I'm always striving for ways to find separation. So yeah, but
it's kind of purpose made for you really, this one.
Would you ever start there to help, or is that making it even harder?
I mean, what you can do is start behind the ball and perform your normal swing, or you can, to get a bit of momentum in the system, you can swing it over. This is experiential learning here, so find what works for you. You can modify any exercise really, just to really find what works.
Shank.
It's hard, isn't it?
That is, it's like Simon says.
A little tee peg is going to be better. A little tee peg I'd recommend.
Right, I'll do one more.
Shot. Brilliant.
You've really got to switch your brain on for that.
It's really demanding. It's a demanding task, but really, doesn't our practice want to be this way? Making it harder than the game itself. Learning's messy, right? And if you're practicing in a safe environment, the chances are you're not really stressing the system enough to really adapt and change. So this is where you might have a few struggles in this, but just like riding a bike, you fall off a few times, but after a bit of time you start to ride the bike. But you've got to prepare to fall off a few times, ultimately, to get on the bike and allow these exercises to transfer into your game.
Challenging, but I really like that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Give that one a try, guys, at home, and let us know how you get on. I ripped that last one.